Happy November. It's my birthday month. I'll be 38. Quick updates on the film. Last episode I showed about the test shoot. That teaser turned out amazing. It's a private thing that we're just sharing with potential partners, actors, and that sort of thing, and we don't want to really release it out into the wild yet. So I'll be happy to show it to anybody privately, but that's not something we're going to post publicly. And 2 episodes ago I talked about patience, and that's just been the name of the game. The film is in an amazing spot right now. We've got 2 amazing actors who are reading the script, and I don't know if either of them will do it, but if either of them do, it would be huge. They are incredible, respected, decorated, and it's just exciting that we're getting the script in front of these types of actors. We've got a much bigger budget that we are moving towards. Over half of that budget already secured, which is just incredible. The film's in a great spot, and it's just, it's the part of the process where we got to be patient, let actors read it, and as we attach actors, we'll complete the rest of the financing. Sort of targeting spring 2020. You kind of got to get through the winter for seasonal purposes, location purposes. So we'll be gunning for the spring and adjust as needed. And in the meantime, I'm gigging, doing some freelance work. I'm going to Amsterdam next week with 2 close friends and close colleagues for a paid job. So that's incredible. Just getting by, just getting through, feeling good. Still struggle with the blues here and there, the ups and downs of the creative life. That's another vlog topic of just dealing with the blues. I'm just stirred up again with The Irishman looming. Scorsese's masterpiece, it sounds like. It's coming out in theaters this weekend, but like 8 theaters. And then it'll be on Netflix November 27th because Netflix financed it, and it is a Netflix original. And over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, I talked about the Netflix buffet episode, 11. And I'm going to double down because as an artist, I just have some strong opinions about how it feels Netflix views film. It doesn't feel like they view it as an art form. It feels like they view it as a consumable. So they can pay a lot of money for the best consumables, get the best artists, get the best films, get the best products. But then they release it as a consumable. I've already talked about how it's like a buffet. You can get a Wolfgang Puck meal next to a McDonald's cheeseburger, and it's all there in front of you. It's not presented as art. It's not presented correctly. There's a reason we go to restaurants and get the course, the multiple course meal, because part of the experience is the presentation. And I don't believe that Netflix knows how to present films yet, because it feels like they don't actually view them as art. They view them as a consumable. Case in point is the fact that you can't own a Netflix film. We should all be able to own art. We should be able to buy prints of art and hang them on our wall. We should be able to buy films. However the medium is sold, whether it's a plastic disc, whether it's a film reel, whether it's VHS tape, whether it's a digital download that you can preserve. I do think there is something about hard copy material. Nothing's going to withstand certainly a nuclear blast, but if things are only digital, then archival preservation becomes real important. But I can't own a Netflix title. Like, I love The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, the latest Coen Brothers films. I would buy that to add it to my collection because I'm a collector. I like the shelf of movies, but I also want to preserve hard copy art, to preserve it for generations. I can't buy the film. I can't even own the film. I can only access the film through a Netflix subscription, and if I stop subscribing, I no longer have access to the films. And that's because it doesn't feel like Netflix views the films as pieces of art. They view them as consumables, so they just present them on an app that's not very well organized. You consume it and you move on. And don't give me the argument that, well, Netflix is in, 200 million households, so I just want my film to be seen by that many people. I get that, that's valid. A film on Netflix is going to be seen by a lot more people. I'm not saying don't show your film on Netflix. I'm saying don't only show your film on Netflix. I made Fair. Fair is now on Hulu for anybody to consume. But Fair had a festival run. Then Fair had a limited theatrical run. Then Fair was available for digital downloads. You can buy Fair on DVD, and it's also on Hulu. So any film that wants to be on Netflix and get the benefit of a Netflix audience can do that. It can be part of a film's, rollout. So if that's the only argument, there's still a way to account for that. But if a film can have a theatrical run or a proper, exploitation on a purchasable, collectible format and then show on Netflix, then that feels like the best scenario for a piece of art if we are viewing films as art. If we do look at films as worthy things to be appreciated, to be collected, to be owned, and in a lot of cases to be consumed. I mean, we do consume art. As The Irishman comes out, and it's got an 8-theater theatrical run, I can't see it in the theater. And the theatrical run is just a token gesture to maybe accommodate the filmmaker's request, but also to qualify for awards. It's like if Netflix really wanted to cater to film artists, put it in a 500 theater run for several months, not 3 weeks before I can just watch it on Netflix. But if the end cause is just to increase subscribers to a service, then they're only going to treat films as consumables. There will be a breaking point where film artists demand proper treatment of their art form. I don't know what I would do if I was faced with, the Netflix pocketbook. I don't want to make films in a world where the deepest pocketbooks win. I do feel like there's a proper way to treat art, to release art, that can ultimately be more profitable. I feel like Amazon has found a really winning formula with some of their films, giving it real theatrical treatments, allowing them to be purchased on video, and also having them on their Amazon Prime service. It doesn't have to be either or. There's a way for all of this to work. But as long as Netflix only cares about subscribers, they're going to make their films exclusive. And because they, raise $6 billion a year, they can offer the most money. So people like Scorsese are going to get their $150 million films financed at the expense of a proper presentation of art.